Good morning, students. We were discussing chapter number 3, Bangle Sellers by Sarojini Naidu. I had given small introduction about the poet. Today, we will discuss the introduction to the poem. See, listen. Last day, we discussed a small part of that. In the second stanza, first stanza we already did. In the second stanza, the Bangle Sellers tells the buyers which bangles are most appropriate for young unmarried girls. Silver and blue bangles donate purity and are befitting for a maiden's wrist. Besides these, bright and transparent bangles that have the color of unopened flowers and freshness of a newborn leaves are also chosen by the virgins. In the third stanza, the bangle seller prescribes for a bride. Golden and yellow bangles like the fields of sunlit cone are appropriate for young women's day of marriage. Bangles that have the color of the flame of her marriage fire, or red bangles that represent her heart's desire on her wedding night, are befitting for a bride. Her bangles are clear and transparent like her tears. She sheds when she leaves her father's home to go to her husband. They tingle like her laughter of joy for joining her husband. In the last stanza, the bangle seller says that purple or grey bangles with flecks of gold are chosen by women who have led fruitful married lives, born children, and have dutifully served their families. They have a sense of pride of their social status when they have reached middle age. The poem has several beautiful similes, metaphors, and instances of imagery. Rainbow circles of light in the first stanza is a beautiful metaphor. Bangles are like bright circles of many colors. There are beautiful similes like silver and blue as a mountain mist. Some are like fields of sunlit corn. Some like the flame of her marriage like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. Buds that dream on the tranquil blow of woodland stream is an example of imagery that sends one to imagine a beautiful and peaceful scene in the fairy woodland. These things are you just go through, okay? And before going to poem, what is the central idea of the poem? That is very important. We should know what is the central meaning, central idea of the poem. The poem centers around the role of bangles in the happy lives of a woman at different stages of her stages of life in traditional Indian society. It also hints at the role of bangle sellers in bringing those tokens of happiness in their lives. This is what we discussed. Okay, so this is the main theme of the poem. Central idea. Once more, listen. The poem centers around the role of bangles in the happy lives of women at different stages of life in traditional Indian society. It also hints at the role of bangle sellers in bringing those tokens of happiness in their lives. That is the main theme or central idea of the poem. Please just go through this poem and understand. Next day we will discuss the summary. Okay. Today you just read and understand the poem. Okay. Next day we will start with the summary of the poem. Before going into summary, you just read and understand the poem. You read and understand. Okay. It is simple poem. Only few stanzas are there. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4 stanzas are there. You just read and understand. So first you read and understand, then Next day we will discuss a summary of the poem. Okay, please do that.